What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, there are governments around the world literally paying people to pack up their lives and move to their countries? Not just covering your expenses, but actually paying you thousands of dollars to relocate. Sounds too good to be true? Well, grab a coffee, because I'm about to show you exactly how hundreds of thousands of people are getting paid to live their dream life abroad. Let's start with something that'll blow your mind. The small Italian town of Candela is offering up to 9,000 euros to anyone willing to move there and start a family. That's over $10,000 just for changing your address. And they're not alone. Dozens of towns across Italy, Spain, and Portugal are practically begging people to move there because their populations are shrinking faster than ice cream on a hot summer day. But here's where it gets really interesting. These aren't just desperate small towns throwing money around. Major countries with booming economies are rolling out red carpets for the right people. South Korea pays English teachers up to $2,700 per month, plus free housing, plus they cover your flight there and back. Japan offers similar deals, and some teachers are pulling in over $3,000 monthly while living in one of the world's most fascinating cultures. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm not a teacher. Don't worry, teaching English abroad doesn't require a teaching degree in most places. If you're a native English speaker with a bachelor's degree in anything, you're already qualified for most programs. Some countries even accept you with just a high school diploma and a short certification course you can complete online. Let's talk about the digital nomad revolution that's changing everything. Estonia launched something called the Digital Nomad Visa, allowing remote workers to live there for up to a year while keeping their jobs back home. Portugal offers similar programs, and here's the kicker. Portugal's cost of living is about 60% lower than most US cities. So you're earning American dollars while spending European pocket change. Barbados took this concept and supercharged it with their Welcome Stamp program. You can live and work there for an entire year. And we're talking about a Caribbean paradise where your biggest daily decision is which beach to visit after work. The program costs about $2,000. But when you factor in the lifestyle upgrade and potential tax benefits, it pays for itself. But what if you want something more permanent? Canada has been quietly running one of the most generous immigration programs on the planet. Their provincial nominee program actually gives priority to people with skills they need. And many provinces offer settlement funds, job placement assistance, and even help with housing deposits. British Columbia, for example, has been known to provide up to $15,000 in settlement assistance for the right candidates. Ireland is doing something similar, but with a twist. They're specifically targeting tech workers, offering relocation packages that can include up to 20,000 euros, plus job placement, plus assistance finding housing in Dublin or Cork. And here's the beautiful part. Ireland speaks English, uses the same legal system foundations as the US and UK, and gives you access to work anywhere in the European Union. Now, let's dive into something that's been around for decades, but keeps evolving. Teaching abroad programs have exploded beyond just English. If you speak Spanish, French, German, or even have skills in subjects like math or science, countries are competing for you. The United Arab Emirates pays teachers between $4,000 to $8,000 monthly, tax-free, with housing and flights included. That's potentially $96,000 per year with minimal living expenses. China's English teaching market alone employs over 400,000 foreign teachers. Even with recent changes in regulations, the demand remains massive. First-tier cities like Shanghai and Beijing offer salaries between $2,000 to $4,000 monthly. But your living costs are often a fraction of what you'd pay in Western cities. Here's something most people don't know about. The Peace Corps and similar organizations aren't just volunteer work anymore. Modern programs provide living stipends, housing, health care, student loan forgiveness, and career development that can be worth over $50,000 in total benefits. Plus, when you return, you get preferential hiring for federal jobs, and many private companies specifically recruit former Peace Corps volunteers. The United Nations Volunteer Program takes this even further. UN volunteers receive monthly living allowances, accommodation, insurance, and travel expenses. Some positions pay equivalent to $40,000 to $60,000 annually in benefits, while you're building an international network that can transform your career forever. But what if you're entrepreneurial-minded? Chile's Startup. Chile program gives entrepreneurs up to $80,000 in equity-free funding to relocate and build their business in Santiago. No strings attached. They want to create the next Silicon Valley, and they're paying people to make it happen. Similar programs exist in Estonia, Singapore, and even some U.S. states. Speaking of U.S. states, this trend isn't just international. Tulsa, Oklahoma offers $10,000 cash, plus additional benefits worth up to $12,000 for remote workers to relocate there. Vermont offers up to $7,500, and Kansas has towns offering up to $15,000 plus free land. Here's where the math gets really interesting. Let's say you're making $60,000 annually working remotely from an expensive U.S. city. You move to Portugal through their D7 visa program, your cost of living drops by 50%, you pay lower taxes, and you're living in a country with 300 days of sunshine annually, world-class healthcare, and you're 2 hours from anywhere in Europe. The content creation angle is exploding too. Countries are paying influencers and content creators to showcase their destinations. Tourism boards offer all expenses-paid trips, accommodation, and fees for creating content about their regions. Some creators are making 6 figures annually just documenting their lives abroad, while getting paid by tourism organizations to do it. Norway, Germany, and France offer free university education, even to international students. And many programs include living stipends. German students can receive up to 800 euros monthly in living assistance. That's nearly $10,000 per year just for studying. And you graduate debt-free with an internationally recognized degree. The remote work revolution has created opportunities that didn't exist 5 years ago. Companies are hiring globally, paying Western salaries to people living in countries with dramatically lower costs. A software developer earning $70,000 annually can live like royalty in countries like Mexico, Thailand, or Poland. Here's the step-by-step reality check. First, identify your skills and what category fits you best. Teaching, remote work, entrepreneurship, or skilled immigration. Second, research specific programs and their requirements. Third, start building qualifications you might need, like TEFL certification for teaching or improving your language skills. Fourth, begin the application process, which often takes 6 to 12 months. The world has never been more connected, and countries have never been more eager to attract international talent. Whether you want adventure, financial freedom, career growth, or just a complete life change, there are literally dozens of programs right now that will pay you to make it happen. The question isn't whether these opportunities exist, it's whether you're ready to take advantage of them.